Hey, my name is Braden, and I'm here with Jay, and we'll be taking you to Singapore. Now, before we start, it's important to know some things, such as how much a Singapore dollar is compared to a US dollar. A SGD or Singapore dollar is worth 0.75 of a United States dollar.
First up, we got our plane ride to Singapore. From SFO to Singapore, we travel through Singapore Airlines and land at Singapore's iconic Changi Airport. The airport is the largest in Singapore and known for its beauty and design.
Now up, we got some lodging and hotels for all your adventures and some good needed rest. The hotel we'll be staying at will be Singapore's most renowned hotel, the Marina Bay Sands, featuring the infinity pool at the top of the hotel. Fun fact, the film Crazy Rich Asians was shot here at this hotel. Now, to start off our trip, we have some really cool historical sites, some of which are war memorials and still hold great importance to this day. One of these sites will be seasonal, so we must be ready with our trip and be on time.
The Kranji War Memorial is one of the most historic places in Singapore. It honors those who were killed in the line of duty during World War II. Also, it has a mass grave of 69 Chinese soldiers who died during Japanese occupation of Singapore.
Next up, we have the Battle Box Tour, and it's located in Fort Canning Park. It was a very important war command center during the Second World War and has been turned into a museum of some sort, full of statues and pieces of history scattered within the site. You can take a look and learn more about Singapore and its involvement in World War II, and it will cost you $15.89 per adult.
Next, we have Japan Surrender Memorial. The infamous surrender to the Japanese on the 15th of February 1942. The surrender is very important to the locals. This memorial commemorates the Singapore veterans and Allied soldiers who fought against Japan in Southeast Asia.
Now, getting into some of the culture of Singapore and some of the languages and phrases that you might hear while you stay in Singapore. It's important to know some of these things. That way, if you need or want help, you can talk to the locals and use these phrases.
Singapore is a mixing pot, which contains many different cultures and ethnicities. Therefore, Singapore has 4 official languages. The first language is in Malay, so berapa, which translates to how much. The second official language is English, so a common phrase you can say is maybe like, how are you? And the most commonly used language in Singapore is Mandarin, so you could say, 你好,你叫什么名字, which translates to, hello, what is your name? And then the last language we have is in Tamil, and I'm sorry for butchering, but the phrase is, Anaku adahave sivan kala, so that translates to, can you help me?
Now, the moment you've been waiting for, the amazing food and the lovely dishes. Now, starting from the left, we have Hainanese chicken rice, which is steamed chicken served with rice, cooked in chicken stock, with side dishes. This will cost you $3.77, and it may vary based on location. Second, we have mantus, a white and soft type of steamed bread or bun. This one is a bit more expensive, but all the worth. It will cost you $4.75. Third, we have satay chicken, which is grilled meat on skewers with peanut and cucumber relish. In this instant, we have chicken, the one that I have personally had, and I can say that is very tasty. It is sold for $6.95. Up next is a classical Singapore dish, chili crab. Mud crabs are commonly used and stir-fried in a semi-thick, sweet and savory tomato and chili-based sauce. It is one of the more expensive dishes, but if you want the full Singapore experience, then this one should be definitely on your list. The chili crab will be sold for $25 to $80 depending on the vendor and the quality. Nasi lemak is another dish that is on our list of things you might want to try while in Singapore. It's a dish originating in Malay cuisine, and it consists of fragrant rice cooked in coconut milk and a pandan leaf. You can find people selling this dish all over Singapore from $2 to $2.50 for this dish. And finally, we have wonton mee, which are wonton noodles of Cantonese origin. You can find all sorts of sides with this dish. In our example, you can see jalapenos, greens, and meat.
Cultural differences. In Singapore, it's rude to point, so therefore when wanting to indicate something, you would point with your feet instead of your hands. The concept of face, which means dignity, is also very important to Singaporean culture. So you must remain proper and composed in order to maintain face. Then, depending on ethnicity in Singapore, it might be considered disrespectful to shake their hands when greeting them. So we just do not shake hands. And lastly, in the business world of Singapore, the citizens have to take into account social hierarchy, reputation, and manners. Criticizing seniors and superiors is not accepted in Singapore.
Now, here's some quick tips for traveling to Singapore. To save cash and time, use public transportation. You can buy Singapore travel passes and they come super in handy. Number 2, popular locations in the city get busy fast, so getting there early will allow you to get tickets fast and easy. That way you can see all the attractions and not run out of time. Number 3, plan out your clothing and activities around temperatures that are suitable to what you like. Not only that, but certain activities only happen at certain times, so be sure to keep that in mind. Number 4, Singapore is well known for its many laws and regulations. Actions like spitting in the street, littering, or sticking your chewing gum on public property may result in a fine, so don't do it. And now that we've got all that down, let's find out the best time to go to Singapore. If you want the all-time best seasons to go for weather and temperature, then go between December to June. If you want a specific month, then go to aim for September, and a specific day, September 12th, to be able to attend the Japanese Surrender War Memorial on time.
Now we go to fares for the overall trip. Traveling to the country with lodging, activities, and souvenirs and traditional food will cost us $6,758.54 for 2 people. Then we have food that we will consume daily while in Singapore from various restaurants. That will end up costing us $1,199.34 for 2 people. So the total for our trip will cost $7,957.88 for 2 people. These are our references, and here's a video of Singapore. We hope you enjoy your stay here in Singapore.